Maverick 100.9 Aggie Lands Country Alternative. It's Corliss. It's been a little time since I've caught up with the Band of Heathens, and it sounds like all sorts of stuff has changed. So first off, so great to see you, and I'm already obsessed with the brand new single, the Don't Let the Darkness. I know a lot has changed for you, and I'm trying to even gather my own thoughts to ask you how this even began. So we're just going to start with the single. Tell me where Don't Let the Darkness has come from.
Well, I think a lot of the themes on the record are, there's a lot of themes of survival and perseverance, because a lot of this material was kind of born out of pandemic times. And that song, I think, just started as a little kind of voice of positivity in my head, telling myself, not to get beaten down by everything that was going on. And then I just thought it was something that I needed to kind of finish and make into a song, and just a message that I think a lot of people kind of needed to hear. I think a lot of people were feeling down about a lot of stuff that was going on. So it was just kind of almost like a pep talk. We're gonna make it through this. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna find the silver lining in this otherwise dark cloud.
I love that. And that is such an important message, not just right now or in the pandemic, but we've seen a lot of people kind of hop on the positivity train these past 3 years now. My wish for country music, Americana music, Texas country, I would love for everyone to kind of stay on the positivity path, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's too easy. It seems too easy these days to sort of to jump on the hate pile, or to be kind of putting a lot of negativity out into the world. So I do agree. I do think, and we try to keep things positive and be honest about the messages and the things we're sharing.
Now, I also noticed just with this song alone, the sound has changed just slightly. And I don't know if that was on purpose, or was that kind of naturally born out of the pandemic as well?
I think every record we make is a reaction to the record we made before, and sometimes we're just kind of looking to change things up. On this record, we're kind of excited to be back in a room playing rock and roll, together as a band, something that maybe we took for granted for a little while as a band who kind of tours nonstop, for the last decade and a half. When it all got taken away, I think we realized how special it is to be able to do this. And so I think on this record, it's really the sound of us just kind of embracing each other and embracing the spirit of music and rock and roll, and just kind of getting to play together again. It just felt great. It's really a joyful sound, I think.
No, I would totally agree with that. So we're going to have to talk more about that new record because now I'm just filled with questions on it. But we are going to give you guys the brand new single from the Band of Heathens. This is Don't Let the Darkness on Maverick 100.9. Due to copyright, Brian Broadcasting is not licensed to air this single for you in podcast form, but you can now find it anywhere that you stream and download music. And today's interview continues now. Maverick 100.9, you heard it here first, the Band of Heathens and Don't Let the Darkness. And where we left off was talking about the new record. You guys released Simple Things. And we were talking about that rock and roll sound and how you missed performing and stuff like that. I love a good record that translates on stage. And I do this because I'm the opposite. I'll go see a band before I've heard their songs. So then you fall in love with them at a live show. You go to get their record. It doesn't sound the same. So I'm assuming that this is not the case. Who they see live is who they're going to get.
I would say we always make our records with us tracking live in the studio. So there's certainly the bones of everything we do is built around that, performing live together and that energy that comes from that. And yeah, I think on this record too, there's not a whole lot of extra stuff in the way on top of that. I mean, I think if you come see the live show, mean, we try to make it different each night. Each song kind of morphs and changes, and there's we're definitely searching for new experiences with each song each night. But I do think the spirit of it is very much kind of what you hear on the record.
How do you do that? How do you not, like everybody else practices to the point where they've got every word, know everything down? How do you keep it so carefree?
Well, I think part of the fun of playing live is that, we record a song and that's kind of the template. That's a snapshot of the song at a point in time. And everyone in the band, the musicianship is so great that we kind of we start to develop a language. You know what I mean? So a lot of this is conversational. A lot of everyone kind of playing off of each other. Someone kind of leads someone with a little prompt, and then someone follow. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's very in the moment, but also like with always serving the song as being kind of the basis of that. So like lyrics, vocals, the presentation of the song kind of being at the forefront, and all this other stuff sort of there to help kind of support that and lift it. And in live shows, you kind of have the opportunity to play with that stuff a little bit, and that's people that like to come see bands live. That's something they're really into, I think, too. You know what I mean? Rather than just like seeing someone get up on stage and play the record exactly the way they recorded it. You know what I mean? That's something too. That's cool. There's definitely some bands that I like to do that. But in terms of the live show, it's nice when you kind of get everything you want from the song, and then maybe a little bit something extra that you don't get when you listen to the record.
That's really neat. I love that perspective on it. Now, I guess I've never even asked. It's all kind of clicking now. How long have you guys been together?
Well, we're going on over 17 years. We're going on maybe coming up on 18 later this year.
Wow. I guess
we'll be able to vote as a band.
Get registered.
Right?
Yeah.
I guess I didn't realize that it had been that long. So that's a whole lot of chemistry, and it's only chemistry that you can create a show like that. That's pure experience. You can't make that happen.
Definitely. Yeah, that's a good observation.
And it's something we don't take for granted. We feel fortunate to have this crew of guys that we all really click musically and personally, and I think that kind of mutual respect and appreciation is kind of the thing that's gotten us through this long. Still having fun.
Absolutely. And you've added to the fun. There's been a new venture for you guys, a new studio. You're now recording and producing artists out of Austin.
Yeah. A good buddy of ours, George Reef, he started the studio many years ago. He produced a couple of records for us. He played bass for Ray Wiley Hubbard and Joe Walsh, and he just was a great bass player and producer. And when he passed away in 2017, we kind of picked up the torch and tried to keep what he started alive with the studio. It's called The Finishing School. And it's been a great privilege, other artists trusting you with their songs to bring them to life. And we've had a lot of fun working on other records. I think we were talking about Adam Hood earlier.
Yeah.
And, Jason Eady and Courtney Patton have all made records just recently in the last year or two. And it's fun.
Yeah. I mean, you're kind of working with Texas's legends there. That's so admirable. And to know that your brains are going down different paths, and you're not only just delivering us new music from the Band of Heathens, but you're also helping us consume music from other artists. So I wanted to say thank you for that. I think that is such a cool venture you've taken on.
Oh, thank you. It's a true privilege to have a life in music, making music, in all its different forms with different artists. So we feel really lucky to be able to keep doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm so glad to finally get to catch up with you guys again. The Band of Heathens. Don't forget, they do have their entire new album out called Simple Things, but be listening for that single, Don't Let the Darkness, here on Maverick 100.9. And guys, I want to wish you all the best on the road. I know you've got lots of travels ahead of you, but I can't wait to hear more from the Band of Heathens.
Thank you
Thanks
so
much.